Well, earlier this week, Victoria's Secret released a new campaign empowering women and inspiring a social change. And gone are the Victoria's Secret angels, and instead models from diverse backgrounds. And one of those models is an Idaho native.
It was like a dream come true. Like those were the kind of jobs I was like wishing for and praying for when I was in the city modeling. And
That's Celilo Miles, sharing her experience as one of 18 models featured in Victoria's Secret's new Love Cloud campaign, which focuses on celebrating all women from different backgrounds. But Celilo isn't your typical model. The Idaho native is also a wildland firefighter for the Nez Perce tribe.
my culture has always been on the land. So I grew up fishing, I grew up huckleberry picking, and then I got into fire. And it was like, that's where I felt the most at home and at peace.
And she's going to school for communication studies. The 27-year-old started modeling in New York back in 2017.
It was great. I loved the city. I met a lot of great people.
But decided to leave the industry after her brother died and the pandemic happened. So she says she went home to be on the land and heal.
And then this fall, I had a casting agency. They sent me like an Instagram message.
After sending her photos to the casting agency, that's when she found out the job was for Victoria's Secret.
I was like, what? I'm not even like in the city. I'm not signed. I'm not really modeling. I'm just going to school and firefighting.
She now hopes to inspire other girls like herself.
You know, especially growing up in Idaho, we grow up in small communities and all we see is our mothers and aunts. And it's nice to see like people aspiring to be more. It doesn't mean you can't be a mother. It doesn't mean you can't, be a housewife, but you're more dynamic than that. You're not just one role. And so I think coming from Idaho, it's great, like that I can represent that. And I've seen so many other women breaking their own barriers out of what they grew up in.
And Celilo tells me she's been getting a lot of support since this came out from her friends and family, but even from a lot of women she doesn't know, congratulating her. Now, I asked her if she now plans on going back to modeling since, she's had such success. She told me right now she's really focused on school. In fact, she just got her first 4.0. We'll be right back.